Hi everyone, welcome. This is Thursday again, so it's time for our Inspiring Thought Thursday. As you know, every week I'm live with you just to inspire you and give you some additional hints and tips of how you can actually really get more visible, how you can really use the power of your voice to grow your business further. And as you know, last week on our Inspiring Thought Thursday, I told you what is actually the mindset of an outstanding thought leader. And I walked you and I said that every single one of these letters, the letters of, we said like an outstanding thought leader is courageous. And we said that every letter of the word courageous stands for something. And we started talking about the C, and we said, well, the C stands for being crystal clear. An outstanding thought leader is crystal clear on what do they want to be visible for? What do they want to be known for? Also, like, who are the people they would love to pay attention to their message? Who are their best clients? Who's their best audience, right? And this is what I'd like to dive deeper into with you today, so that, again, you are crystal clear on who do you want to pay attention to your message, right? And the thing is, a lot of people say, you know what, I just share my message and I see if someone is actually interested and is connecting and is engaging with me. Well, yes, that's one approach, but I can tell you from experience in my own business and my clients' businesses, whenever we take that approach, it takes so much longer and it's so much harder to really attract the right clients, to get our message out there in a greater way. And why is that? Why is it so hard? Because, as you know, if you want to be an outstanding thought leader, and you know it, all these celebrities out there, they're known for one thing, right? Either they're sports people and they're known for being like a superstar and, a super performer in their sports, or they are entrepreneurs and then they run a certain type of business that they're the experts for, right? Maybe they're the king or the queen of running a franchise business, or running a sustainable product trading business, or whatever else. They always have something they're known for, right? Or other celebrities in the art, right? Either they're a top piano player, or they are, they're the greatest, tenor, or, a soprano singer, or whatever else it is. But they just stand out for one thing. And because they stand out for that one thing, they attract one specific type of audience, right? So as you know, a lot of outstanding experts, like for example, I have a friend and he climbed all the big mountains around the world, and today he's a speaker and trainer and coach to teach what it means to be an outstanding leader. And he uses his expertise of climbing these mountains. And again, he's inspiring leaders to say, you know what, if you want to climb a mountain, you need to be having a clear vision, and you need to be disciplined to practice and get your body fit. You need to get a team in place that helps you climb that mountain, and all these kind of things. So again, if you think about it, every outstanding thought leader is very clear about what is the one thing they want to be known for, and what is the concrete audience they want to attract. So in my friend's example, as he is teaching, executive leaders, obviously that's his target audience. So his whole message is targeted towards sharing insights and hints and tips with executive leaders. So they come to him and say, hey, why don't you come and speak in our business? Why don't you come and, and give a workshop, right? So you need to be crystal clear, because as they say, if you are the everything for everyone, you are honestly the nothing for no one. Okay? So you need to be clear, who are the people you want to attract? Who are the people you want to listen to you, right? So in my case, it's amazing people like you. It's the coaches, trainers, consultants, authors, like everyone that is kind of selling their expertise and knowledge, right? And that wants to get their message out there in a greater way. So we work with expert entrepreneurs. We also work with other entrepreneurs. I have an amazing client that, by the way, just quadrupled her income last year of working with us, She runs a sustainable product business, but she's also an outstanding expert in her field. So she's training other, business owners that trade with sustainable products, how to build a business like that. So she also wants to share her message. She also wants to stand out and be visible, so others, especially clients and others, come to her, right? So, again, what's wrong with, not being clear about your ideal clients? Again, the thing is, if you don't know who your best clients are, you go to the wrong places. You speak at the wrong places. You speak at places where they are not the people you want to meet. Like, for example, when I was still living in Belgium, for a while I worked as a pitch mentor. And, I sometimes went to these kind of, pitching sessions. And sometimes I asked, the people that were pitching their product and their business in a room with hundreds of people, I asked them afterwards, so what was your intention? And they said, yeah, we need investors. But there were no investors in the room. So again, they would have been better off actually going, where there's investors, and they could have pitched to those, right? So again, you want to be clear on who you want to reach, because then only you know where to reach them, and you can go to these places, communicate in these places, and speak in these places, right? Also, a lot of entrepreneurs I work with, when they start working with us, they say, oh my God, I feel so overwhelmed. There's so much to be done on my agenda, and guess what? From time to time, hand on heart, I'm there too. I know how it feels. Sometimes it's a lot on our plate. But when we're not even clear about who we want to serve, who is our best client, who's our best audience, if you're not clear, we don't have a clear message, right? We don't go to the right places. We do everything a little bit everywhere. And that again, it's confusing, it's overwhelming. And it's like, it is as if if you think about it, if like you have, let's say you have a handful of seeds and you just take these seeds and you throw it over air, right? It's not very likely that something grows out of it. But if you have a handful of seeds and you plant these seeds in a targeted way, in a specific area, where then you go in and you nurture the seeds and you put water in and fertilizer, that is then how you start triggering interest. And for your seeds, they start growing, they get the sunshine, they get the water, they get the fertilizer, they need to grow. So again, if you're clear on your target audience, right, or if you're not clear, it's like you throw your seeds everywhere. And maybe you're lucky and one of them starts growing, and maybe if you're lucky, one of them becomes a beautiful flower or a great tree that bears fruit. But it's not very likely. So again, you want to make sure that you are crystal clear on who your best audience is, so that you can nourish them and serve them and support them and inspire them again and again. So that you start building a relationship and they start connecting with you, and you can start talking to each other, and eventually you start working with more of them, right? Okay, so again, if you're not clear on your best audience and your best clients, how do you know what they need and want? And if you don't know what they need and want, how can you make an offer that excites them, where they speak to all their best friends about it, that they bring their friends to you, right? And if you're not clear on your best offer and what people need and want, then how do you know what message to share with them? What kind of topics they're concerned with most right now, right? How do you know, what's going through their mind and heart right now that they need help with, that you could help them with, right? And again, if all of that is not clear, if you're not sure what to say and how to say to people to really serve them and inspire them in the greatest way, then the question really is, how can you expect them to want to talk to you? How can you expect them to want to work with you, right? But, a lot of people come to me and say, yes, Monique, I understand why it's so important. I even, when I run, like a while back, I ran one of my professional speakers launch programs where we help people to really step up and get paid to speak. And I even had a few professional speakers on there. And when we worked with them on what's your best client, what's your best target audience, even some of them weren't clear, right? Because their business got historically grown, they were just speaking wherever they were invited to speak. but they didn't start becoming the person that stood out, that others recommended them, right? So, and if it's so hard, even for established business owners or for, established speakers to say, what's my best client? Who's my best audience? Well, why is it so hard in general to define that? Well, first of all, a lot of people think like, you know what, Monique, I'm happy about every client that I can gain. So I just serve whoever comes my way. And that is great in the moment because you start making money with whoever knocks on your door. But short, medium, and long term, it's not a good idea. Why? Because again, it means that, a lot of people are not even clear about what makes them stand out. They just work with anyone that knocks on their door. And that means they work with, they work with speakers, and then the next day they work with business leaders, and the next day they work with solopreneurs, and the next day they work with someone else. And again, the thing is, you learn to know something little about every one of these fields. You know a little bit about every one of these types of clients. But if you know a little bit about everything, sorry to say, you don't become the master. You don't understand this type of person inside out. Meaning that you don't know what they care about. Meaning you don't know what is the best journey for them to get them from where they are to where they want to be, right? Okay, and Jill and everyone that's here, so it's great to have you. It's amazing to have you, right? And I know that you're always, when you can check in here with us, it's great to have you. So again, if you're here right now, just give us a quick hello and say hi, so we know you're here, and I can give you even concrete hints and tips for your own business. Right? But let's come back to that, the thought we just discussed. So again, if you take on any client, again, remember what we said at the beginning, celebrities, outstanding people that get recommended to others, that get followed, that find it easy to find clients, they all are known for one thing and one impact they make, right? So again, a lot of people find it, they just work with everyone here and there a little bit, but it doesn't make them an outstanding leader in their field, right? And because they work with everyone a little bit and have all kinds of different offers out there for all kinds of people that they crafted individually, it's hard for them to really say, what is it that I stand out for? They get confused, they offer everything a little bit, but they don't have this one offer that makes them truly magnetic, right? And again, even we don't have just one offer. We have, we offer a membership, we offer this 3-month visibility booster journey with us, and we offer a whole full year journey with us. But again, we always do the same thing, right? We always just help people to use the power of their voice to grow and scale their business. So this is the one thing that we stand for, right? And a lot of people find, they don't choose who's my best client and what's their greatest needs because they're afraid. They think like, hey, if I limit myself to just this one thing, there will not be enough clients out there wanting to work with me. But it's the opposite. If you just get clear on who your best client is, again, you will start standing out. You will be crystal clear to know on who this is, what their best needs are. You'll know easily who to say yes to and no to, because it's not only your clients that choose to work with you. You want to choose who you want to work with. That's the real freedom of being an entrepreneur, right? And also, once you know who your client is, you know what their needs are. You know what's really their biggest pain point. You know how to get them through that. You know how to advise them, give them tools and methods on, how to go from not being known, like that's what we do, right? We work with entrepreneurs that are not very known, that feel like I'm the best kept secret. And we help them to step out, to attract more clients, make client attraction easier, use their voice to share inspiring messages with their clients and potential clients on a regular basis, so that they can really attract more clients, make more money, touch more lives, and bring their whole business to an entirely new level, right? So again, once you are clear on what your best client is, you're clear on the best offer. Once you know the best offer, you know what language to speak, right? You know what to say and how to say it to people, so you trigger their interest. And also, you know, you're clear on marketing, you know where to find them, and you're also clear on what kind of messages do you give them on a regular basis to trigger their interest and to really build a relationship with these people that start following you, right? And you know, I mean, there's so many clients I've worked with. Like one client, I mean, you know, she's amazing. She's actually a cancer coach, and before she decided this is what she wants to do, she wants to help people go through cancer in the easiest way possible, so that they actually, once they've gone through the journey, once they're healed, they even are clear on what kind of life I want to live, and she helps them to really live a better life than even before they went through this horrible experience of, you know, healing cancer. So again, but you know, for a while she wasn't really entirely clear on that, but now that she is, she knows exactly what to say and how to say things every week in her amazing Facebook Live, right? By the way, you know, if you know someone that has cancer, you know, check out her Facebook page, you know. So she's a cancer coach. Go to her website, check that out. Again, the moment she got that clear, everything else got easier, because she knew exactly who her clients are, what they need and want, so she could craft, like, you know, a whole journey for these clients of hers. And again, she's clear on her marketing message, and people start knocking on her door now saying, hey, let's have a conversation, right? Okay, so the question is now, you say, okay, Monique, I got it, I understand why it's so important to be crystal clear on my client. You now might wonder, so now how do I define that? And you know what, just this morning, right, I went through this discussion with one of our latest clients, right, that joined our full year journey with us. And we started to map out who are her best clients. So here's the process I shared with her, and I'm happy to share it with you right here, right now, so that you can go deeper into it and ask these questions yourself. So here's the process. The first thing I want you to do is, you know, when you ask yourself, and you know, let me ask you here as well. It's great, Eugenia, right? It's great to have you as well. So everyone that's here and, you know, just waving at you, it's great to have you all. So if you're here, just put into the chat and say, yes, I'm clear on my ideal clients, and these are my ideal clients. Or say, I'm not clear on my ideal clients yet. Are you clear? Are you not clear? Just put a simple yes or no into the chat. So I see that you're here, and then also, you know, I know where you stand, all right? Okay, so if you're clear on your ideal clients, say yes. If you're not, just put a no in here, okay? And so again, as you know, I'm all about visibility. So take the opportunity to let everyone that's here know that you are here with us. So take a stand and make yourself visible, say yes or no, okay? So again, you know, if you're not entirely clear yet, here's how you get more clear. The first thing is, what I want you to do is think about one person that represents your ideal client, right? And you know, it's great, some of you are saying yes, that's cool, okay? So you know, again, think of one person, one concrete person, man, woman, or whoever you think of, that represents your ideal client. Okay, let me help you on that one. If you cannot automatically think of someone, ask yourself, who is someone that I've worked with in the past that really made my heart sing to work with that person, that really took in your advice, that really got results as they started to take action right away, that, you know, was happily paying you the money, and, you know, even while you were working together afterwards. A lot of our clients say, oh my God, Monique, you know what you're charging, I know it's an investment, however, it's so much worth than what you're charging. So again, think of one client that said that to you, someone that you worked with, that paid you good money, that took your advice and took action on that right away, right? Okay, and you know, again, think of that one person. Like Pernilla is saying here, Pernilla, great, thanks for sharing. You're saying you don't have it entirely clear yet, but you're getting closer. And you say, you've been all over the place on my website, like you explained, but I'm narrowing it down, still not there yet. Okay, so let me give you some concrete hints right here and right now to think about how you can tackle that, right? And as you're saying, Pernilla, when you don't have it clear, a lot of people have a website and it's not even clear what they do and, you know, who they do it for, right? So they're all over on their website. And Pernilla, it's okay, don't feel bad about it. We've all been there, right? But we're going to get that more clear right here, right now, and beyond, okay? So again, as I said, think of someone a concrete person, either someone you've worked with in the past, right, that you really enjoyed working with, that got great results, and that really appreciated working together, right? If you cannot think of anyone in the past, think about, is there someone you're working with right now that would represent your ideal client, right? And if you cannot think of anyone that you worked with in the past and you're really just starting out, think of someone that you know, that you think like, that person, that man or that concrete woman, I know what they need is what I could give them. So, they need something. Like, I know, Pernille, you are, as we call it, the green queen, right? You are our green queen, right? I mean, you help people to, on the personal side, to really use more sustainable products, live a more sustainable lifestyle, right? And also you work with business leaders, as I know, right, to help them make their business more sustainable and stand out in this way, right? So again, ask yourself, is there a business leader that you've met? Because I know you're also a speaker, you've been meeting a lot of these business leaders in the past, you work with them on your amazing projects. Is there someone you think like, that person said to me several times that if they could make their business more sustainable, that would really make a big difference for them, okay? Again, think of that one person. And once you can think of that one person, then ask, then start describing that person, right? And I know also Eugenia and others, you're here, right? Ask yourself, so if you think of that one person, what do you know about that person, right? Where does that person live? Is it a he or she? Is it, what age? How old is he or she? Also like what kind of life situation are they in? Are they in a job? If so, in what kind of job? If not, if they run their own business, what kind of business are they running? How would they describe themselves? Who are they, right? Are they a sales executive, or are they, a C-level executive, or are they, a team leader, running a small team, or, who are they, right? Maybe they're running a canteen in a business, right? So, but again, try to be clear and say, who's that person, that one person that I think of? What's their job? What's their business, right? And then also ask yourself, what kind of income level does he or she have, if you know more or less, right? And then also go further than that. Ask yourself, what kind of car do they drive? What are their hobbies? What else do you know about them? What do they care about? What values do they hold? What books do they read? Who are their heroes? Who do they like to learn from? The more you know about that, the more you know what messages you should share with them. So for example, Pernille, if they read certain books about how to live a more sustainable life, you can take quotes from these books, or you could just share learnings from books or videos that you are watching with these type of people, and you start triggering their interest in a greater way, right? So start describing the person, then ask yourself, what does that person need and want right now most, right? Okay, so one of my clients, for example, she's a teacher for teachers, right? And she knows that right now in the classroom, teachers are really asking very basic fundamental questions, like how do I teach a classroom when we're all wearing masks? When we don't even know tomorrow, when we're even not in a classroom right now, but we have to teach people online. How do I do it online? I've been teaching my whole life in a classroom, and now I have to do it online. How do I get people to show up? How do I keep them motivated? How do I keep them engaged when maybe they're with their mind and heart somewhere entirely different? So again, ask yourself, so what are their greatest needs right now? Well, maybe, for my client that is the teacher of teachers, maybe you teach them tips and tricks on how to teach in an engaging way online, right? And then again, just think it through for yourself. So a lot of our clients right now, this year, right, I work with a lot of experts. I work with a lot of speakers. All their businesses got wiped out. So again, they needed to reestablish their business by working with their clients online. And that's what we've been teaching them for quite a while, right? So they reestablished a new business, running a digital business, where before they were out there working with clients face to face, right? So again, ask yourself, the people that you know that represent your best clients, what's going through their mind and heart right now? What do they need most right now? And where would they like to go? And once you're clear on that, And even if you're not clear, here's a quick final tip on that. If you're not clear and you cannot even think of it, what you do is you arrange a conversation with them on the phone, or you arrange an online call, right? And you speak to them and you ask them these questions. You say, good, what's going through your life, mind and heart right now? What's good in your life or work right now, and what is not? What would you love to improve? And they will tell you, they will give you all these answers, and you just take note. And when you write down what they say, write it down in their words. Use their words, because that will help you find a language to speak to them using their own words, and they will really connect with you at a deeper level, right? Okay, so again, and when you've thought about this one person, you describe this person, you describe their needs, also think about, who else do I know? And stop seeing if there's any connections, like, maybe you realize that there's a lot of teachers right now that have specifically that need. And that will then help you reach out to more people. Because as we said, when you're crystal clear on who's your best client, you're clear on what they need and want, what message you speak to them, to really trigger a connection, how to inspire them, how to empower them as you share things with them, what to say while you're reaching out to them, addressing their greatest needs. So this is what I invite you to do. And you know that I'm a big fan of turning learning directly into doing, because only when you take action, right? Only when you implement what you learn, this is when the real learning starts, right? So again, I would invite you to ask yourself, are you crystal clear on your best client and your best audience right now? If you're not, ask yourself, why not? Why is it so hard for you to make that decision to focus on just one type of person? Right? And again, in the chat below, I know everyone, that is on with us, we honor you because you're live with us here right now. And by the way, if you haven't said hi, please still say hi here, so we know you're here with us. And again, if you watch this afterwards, okay, just follow the guidance and go through the exercise today and ask yourself, who is my best client? Who is a person I can think of that if I would work more with people just like that person, oh my God, it would make my heart sing big time, and I would really love to do more work with these type of people and touch their lives and eventually make more money and grow my business this way, right? And then really go through it and define, describe the person you can think of, describe what they need and want, start arranging some conversations with them. That in itself can be worth pure gold. You might actually arrange some conversations right away, when you reach out to people. And hey, you might even still this year, even right now, even maybe still this week, bring a new client on board, right? So step out of your comfort zone. Think of your best client, the person that represents their best client. Take the phone, get in touch with them. Or if you don't have the phone number, send them an email. If you don't have their email address, get in touch with them on social media, right? Okay. And then really take action on that. And afterwards, share with us here in the chat, right? In the comments, say afterwards, did you do it? What did you get more clear? Did you take action to reach out to people? What happened? Did you arrange a conversation? What happened out of that, right? We are really curious to see what action are you taking and what results are you getting, because we love to celebrate with you, right? Okay. And then, as we said, the next 3 months, January, February, March, we're going to be running our visibility acceleration journey with you. If you're interested about that, reach out, just here type yes, interested, or reach out to me personally. Drop me a quick direct message and say, hey, I'd like to know more about it. I'm happy to chat with you about it and see if that is the right best thing for you right now, right? And I just know we get a great magic, because even in the 5 days we work together, when people started to reach out more, when they started to share their message in a greater way, they felt more confident, they said afterwards, and they secured sales conversations, gained some clients from it. And, also, magical things happen. Like one of the people that we work with, she was invited to give a TEDx speech, right? Or, another person got booked for other stage type opportunities. Another one is starting now a video series every day, right? And he got quite a few people already on his upcoming workshop. So again, when you do the things that we're talking about here, magic happens, right? Okay. So now also, I know this is for a lot of you, this is the last week before you take a little bit of well-deserved holidays. Yes, absolutely. And still keep an eye out. We will be here still every Thursday. We'll share with you an inspiring message. Okay. So again, check in here, keep an eye out. We'll share some advice, some insights, because especially, I know a lot of people are celebrating Christmas and New Year's. It's a time for reflection. It's a time for, again, inspiration. So we will do our best to keep you inspired, to stay in touch with you, right? So keep an eye out. Also, if you have some questions, share your questions here in the tribe. If you have any insights, share your insights and your inspiration within our Heart-Powered Global Nation. We love to see what's happening in your life, in your business, and how you step up, how you get more visible. And again, remember, the Heart-Powered Global Nation is your space. I mean, this is just such a trusted, intimate space where you can really show up in a bigger way, where you don't even dare to do it somewhere outside. But here in the Heart-Powered Global Nation, you can pretty much share anything with us. So again, whatever you want to get feedback on, or you want to be visible, try it out here, because we don't judge you. We unapologetically, or unconditionally, I should say, we unconditionally appreciate you. So share your message here, because if you cannot share it here, it might be so much harder sharing it somewhere else. So keep an eye out. In the next couple of weeks, we'll keep inspiring you and supporting you and nourishing you and celebrating with you, right? And again, take it as your stage. It's your stage to show up and to share your message in a greater way. Okay, good. So that's my inspiration for today. So again, as we said, that was one part of the courageous thought leader mindset approach. One of the things is, as we said, you need to get crystal clear on who is your ideal client, who's your ideal audience. Otherwise, how do you know who you want to be visible for, right? But once you know that person, you know what they need and want, you know where to look for them, how to reach out to them, how to speak to them, and it makes all the difference. You will see, right? Okay. And I love how, Anita, you're saying, I can feel the love. It's a great place to share. It's a great place to share. It's a great place to be. So even throughout the holidays, if you are taking any holidays, right, keep an eye out, stay in touch, stay connected with us. We are here for you. Okay, and we celebrate for you. Yes, also I and my team, we take a little bit of time off as well, of course, but still, we will make sure that we keep connected with you in the meantime. Okay, so this was my Inspiring Thought Thursday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, just, in the comments say, yes, I liked it, or yes, I took some inspiration away. That would be amazing to know. And in the meantime, just have a fabulous day. Have a fabulous end of the week, and if you are taking a little bit of a holiday, I wish you an amazing holiday period with your loved ones. Enjoy every moment of it, right? And just don't forget, just remember, you are the greatest gift, okay? You are the greatest gift to me, to our community, to everyone around you, to your clients, to your partners, to your team members. You are the greatest gift. So don't keep the gift to yourself. Share your gift with others, right? And share it with us. We love to celebrate you, and we love to celebrate with you. So have a fabulous time, have a fabulous Christmas and New Year's period. And again, we will be in touch, right? And yes, Penelope, you're saying have a lovely holiday, and thank you for sharing your light and wisdom. And Penelope and every one of you, thank you for sharing your light and wisdom, because we just love to ignite you even more, so you shine your light in greater ways, you ignite others, and we make a much bigger difference together. This is why we're here, right? So have a fabulous time. All my love to you, and we'll be back soon. Keep an eye out. Okay, all the best until now. Cheers.